Well, here we are. Another episode of Down the Cheezehole.
And another Jeffless episode.
Yeah, Jeff's gone. Well, his head's in the jar.
Yeah.
As usual.
Here in spirit and in picture.
Mm-hmm. Eric's back again, which is great. Thanks, Eric. And hey, remember, it's Eric's birthday today.
Ooh,
It is. Happy birthday, Eric.
I turned 22.
Wow. How old are you really?
36.
That's fantastic. And you're going to find out why later, but before that...
Okay. So right away, we're going to start right off the bat here with our Karen review.
Yeah.
Because we're taping a little later today. It's going to segue into something later. But we're in Waunakee, Wisconsin. We're in Waunakee because last week we talked about the kid from Waunakee that got a perfect score, perfect 36 on
There it is again.
36. Yeah. A perfect score on the ACT. And we are going to call him and interview him later on this episode.
Yes.
So they've got a lot of fun things going on.
So later we're going to talk to somebody really smart.
Yep.
But before that, we're going to read a review from someone who maybe wasn't.
Yeah. So this is at Rex's Innkeeper in Waunakee. It's got 660 reviews. That's a lot of reviews. 4.3 stars. Except this, Karen.
Was the worst Thanksgiving meal our family has ever had. Wantworth 10. Never go back there. Sent them a letter. Ham was too salty. Instant mashed potatoes. Canned corn, canned gravy, pressed turkey, slaw and pasty out of box. No sweet potatoes. No Green Bay casserole. Pumpkin pie with too much spices. No salad bar. Paid $18.99. Terrible.
There was not a single period in this
No,
review, by the way, you
no.
guys. This was one gigantic run-on sentence.
Yes. And she read it as such. She did
Yes.
good.
Yes. Terrible, for example, was spelled Tirrible.
Yeah. I mean, there's not even...
No punctuation.
Yeah, there's
at
no
all.
dots between the money either. So
Yeah.
it's 10 space 00.
Yeah.
And 18 space 99.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanksgiving. Given. Given.
Yep.
It's given
Yeah,
to you.
there's-
Thanksgiving meal.
I mean, there's more
Oh.
grammatical errors here than we want to even cover in this.
I think she's onto something though with the Green Bay casserole.
Yeah.
That does sound good.
That sounds like that
Yeah.
could be something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was absolutely fantastic.
And that's the episode.
And see you next week.
Yeah. Well, how's it going to get any better than that? Well, I mean, so the fact of the matter is, if you're leaving reviews like this, you've either got something you need to work through, or perhaps maybe you've been a little sipping the bottle a little much.
Tipping the bottle back a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
You know what? You're going to have some help with that, lady.
Yeah. Well,
Because Sam Adams has released a beer that is now, well, I don't know if they've released it yet, but it is illegal in 15 states.
illegal in 15 states.
Isn't that
It's
awesome?
not a new beer, though. And
Okay.
they do release it. The title is a little misleading. They
Okay.
release it every few
See,
years.
Eric knows his
Yeah.
beer. He'll chime in here.
This
It's
is
a
good.
very expensive beer. It's
I see that.
It's in the range. I think it's like, if you find it, I think they said $240.
It's $240 for
Yeah,
a 25-ounce bottle.
You're not going to find it probably for that. It's usually
That's
gonna be-
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's hard to find.
Have you ever had it?
No, I've not had it. I've heard it's thick, syrupy.
I don't even like regular Sam Adams
Yeah,
beer.
it's
Is it illegal
it's-
because of the high alcohol content?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is kind of leads to antiquated laws because we have 40% hard liquors and
that
stuff.
was exactly what I was going to
So,
ask. So this
it doesn't
beer
make
is
sense.
28% alcohol by volume.
Yeah.
So it's more than 5 times the potency of a typical American beer. But, 28% alcohol, like you said, there's 100 proof whiskeys
Right.
out there that
And-
you're talking 50%.
And I know
so-
people have had it, and you're not going to be taking shot after shot of it. It is.
Well, we might
It's
be. Just-
it's extremely rich. Like
Sure.
you could, put back a few shots of whiskey. You're not going to be putting
right.
3-4 of these down. So
So yeah, this
Not
is
holding it down anyway.
no,
if you do.
yeah, maybe yeah.
28% alcohol by volume, more than 5 times the potency of a typical American beer.
Yep.
Have you ever had one?
I already asked him
I've
that.
not.
Sorry,
It's
jeez.
too pricey for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's illegal in 15 states: Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Idaho, Missouri, Mississippi, Montana, New Hampshire, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Oregon, South Carolina, Utah, Vermont, and West Virginia. So here in the wonderful state of Wisconsin, if you are lucky enough to get your hands on one of these $240 bottles, drink away.
Yeah. Maybe you could even get one at the Rex's Innkeeper in Waunakee. I'm going to go back to
Probably.
that review. No, I'm sorry, because you
It's okay.
you skipped on.
I got excited.
You Yep, we moved on. But I'm going back to it because while I was looking up this interview or this review from this Karen here, I saw another interview. So I find the reviews, kind of sort them by stars, and I look through the bad ones. I do.
Sure.
And there was another one right behind it that caught my attention. And I will read you this review. And at first, I was a little concerned. This is from, I can't even pronounce the name of this person. I don't think he's a real person. Jaquarvis Demarcusovich. Okay.
Totally
and
fake.
He has
not.
reviewed several things around Wanakee, but his review of Rex's innkeeper was, and this is a little unseemly here, got raped in the back room. Will not be returning.
What?
Okay, so that was
I
his
shouldn't
review.
laugh at that.
No,
but I mean that's
so
like not
I-
something you write on the internet.
The first thing I did was laugh, and then I thought, oh my gosh, maybe this is a real thing. So I clicked on this guy, and he has some good reviews. I'd like to read them to you.
So this is truly going down a cheese hole here.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, this is from
Maybe not a good one.
Jaquavis Demarcusovich, who has been reviewing things around Wanakee. Okay, he gave. I don't know why he does this. So he gave Cuco's, which is an Italian food truck in Wanakee, a 1-star review. Pissed in my street tacos.
What is this?
That was the review.
Did any of these owners of the businesses that he reviewed
There's
respond?
one that did. Okay, so then he reviewed the Dunkin' Donuts in Wanakee.
Okay.
2 stars.
Oh.
Pissed in my coffee. It was pretty obvious too. Will not be going back. Good donuts though.
I see a trend here.
Yeah. He gave the Wanakee.
It was obvious.
He
This
gave
guy
the-
drinks a lot of pee.
He gave,
I mean, to know that it's obvious
Yeah.
that that's pee in my coffee.
he gave the Wanakee Airport a 1-star review. Runway was crowded with B-52 bombers.
That's my favorite one. That's hands down my favorite one. Does Wanakee even have an airport?
They must, yeah,
Okay.
because it's a real thing on Google that he reviewed. He gave the BMO Harris in Wanakee a 1-star review.
Oh, no.
Got shot when I tried to take out a deposit for an apartment to pay rent. Will be closing my account and not returning. And that was the one that BMO responded to that and said, Hi, Jaquavis. We are sorry to learn about what has happened at one of our branches, and we would like to make it right.
Man.
Yeah, so he got shot at the BMO in Wanakee.
And they'd like to make
that
it
poor
right? Like
cus-
what? Like pay for his medical bills that didn't exist?
I don't know.
Some executive is like, you need to respond to this.
Yeah, we would like to know more about this situation so we can ensure that it does not happen in the future. Well,
I sincerely thank you for going down this cheese hole.
yep. So then he had the Rex's innkeeper, which he got raped in the back room for 1 star. But then he has one other review for Carl's Family Dentistry in
he liked
Wanakee.
it.
5-star review.
Oh, jeez.
Pissed in my mouth during a checkup. Got a nice rinse. What is with this guy?
Okay, it's ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
I'm out for the day.
I'm sorry, but so there's
He liked that one.
there was a theme of piss. Some
And
cases
only one was enjoyable.
Some cases he didn't want it. In this case,
Oh my gosh.
not too shabby.
Who needs fluoride?
Oh gosh. Okay, so sorry to take you back through Wanakee, but there's some stuff going on around that town.
Okay, you're gonna have to segue because I'm out, man.
All right. Well, since Jeff's not here, we're gonna move on. We're gonna do some sports talk.
Yeah.
Big news. Brewers are in the playoffs. Am I right?
They are.
They clinched.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I also correct that they're a couple games from clinching the whole division? Or
I think 2 or 3
Yeah.
is what I last
Okay.
heard.
Lost to the Cardinals last night.
well,
though.
they're not so hot streak right now. I think they
That'll
lost
be
like
okay.
4 of the last 6, maybe something like that. Well, they'll be fine. But in the playoffs again for the 4th straight year. That's
Yeah.
good for Brewers fans.
Yeah, they're pretty hot this year.
Ryan Braun though
Officially retired.
officially he's going to retire. That's
Yeah.
right.
Which
Is he
I mean, I
getting a
guess
lot
it's
of-
not like a huge surprise. He hasn't been playing.
That's
or
what I was gonna
anything.
say. Is
No.
he- I
he
haven't-
wasn't signed this year.
Okay.
They had that opt out or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, but good for him. Thanks for a long career.
Yeah. I mean, he got us to the playoffs. I think on his back a couple times. He won the MVP once, didn't he?
Yep, yep,
So. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm still can't get over the pee. I'm just
Sorry. Well, we have some better football news from last week.
Yeah.
Last week we were pretty down on the Packers, and rightfully so, because they did not play well. A little better from Monday Night Football. Beat up the up the Lions, so that was good.
I actually wore my Packers hat today. I was too ashamed to last week. So.
Nice. Yes. Yep.
Yep. I was gonna take a day off after a bad loss, but then I'm back to.
Yeah, my daughter had set out a Packer shirt to wear the night after
Couldn't do
last
it.
week. Yep, and
Couldn't do
I
it.
came down to tuck her into bed. I said, "Yeah, you can't wear that tomorrow."
No, you got to give
Save
it a
that.
day of rest.
Save that. Yeah.
it's- yeah.
So, but yeah, and I guess some of the interesting story that came out of there was Aaron Jones, who scored 4 touchdowns in the
Yes,
game. He
big
was
game for
racking
him.
them up. And always, when he scores, he likes to take out his bling. He's always got his gold, diamond encrusted Green Bay G.
Yeah, and he always wears the
Big flashes.
sunglasses
Yep,
after.
yep. Yeah, I like his flash. I like his
Yeah.
flash. But he had a special necklace. Eric, do you want to talk about this? This.
Well, his dad,
Speak, Eric.
His dad died, and he
Yep.
had some of the ashes put into the necklace, and
Yeah, it was a little black football pendant.
yeah.
so
that
it must
he
have
was.
been. I'm guessing it was soldered on, so it was like wouldn't come out.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. I mean, that's
That's
pretty
pretty
good.
cool in and of
Yeah.
itself. Yeah.
Big
But-
supporter of his football career.
But
Right.
in one of the times he was in the end zone,
Lost it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Good news is they found it.
Yeah, so that's an update to the story
Yeah.
because I didn't hear that, but Eric had told me that earlier.
One of the trainers, I believe, picked it up and returned it to him.
One of
so.
the players, they think, on one of the touchdowns, one of the Lions players, it looked like he might have snatched it off.
Oh, didn't know what it was.
Yeah,
Out of frustration.
Out of
kinda like-
frustration
yeah.
because it was like his second or third touchdown, and it looks like, you can't really see, but it looks like he was clutching it.
That would be
If he
typical
did-
Lions.
and if he
Yeah,
did-
wouldn't it, though?
Nick Dominican Sue came back
Right.
and stole
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think you'd have the whole state after him.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, so yeah, that's good.
Happy
Packers
ending.
back on track. Yep. Moving on to some different football news. Wisconsin Heights, high school football team. A small high school. Not very uncommon to see sets of brothers or siblings or
Right.
cousins and such on the team, but we have a mother-daughter combination of sorts. So
Do explain.
yeah, do explain.
Yeah.
So the coach said right now, as a matter of fact, they have 3 different sets of brothers on the team, and he couldn't even count the number of cousins on the team. I think we're all related somehow. But their kicker right now, let's see. He said one pair of cousins stands out among the rest. So Caden shares a spot on the roster with his cousin Emma, who is the team's kicker.
Nice.
So right there we have a cousin connection, and she is a girl, obviously, in the high school and kicks field goals. Matter of fact, she's not only on the team, but she's good.
Real good.
She's 19 for 23, which is a lot of field goals.
I was going to
for
say
high school
that's
football.
it's an impressive amount of field
Yeah.
goals.
So
I
she's-
think we kicked like 2 in my high school
Yeah.
career.
Yeah. So she's 19 for 23. She leads the state, 8-man football, leads the state in attempts, and is tied for first in makes. So yeah, it is.
That's
a
pretty
lot.
awesome.
But so the mother-daughter connection was that her mom, back in the late 90s for Middleton High School, was also the field goal kicker.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's is that more uncommon for the late '90s too than you'd see now?
I would think so.
I would think so.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So
Following in the mother's footsteps. Gotta love it.
yeah, so a different school, I guess, not a connection that way, but yeah. So her mom was a kicker for Middleton, and now she's the kicker for Wisconsin Heights, and not just out there to take a place, but doing very, very well.
Yeah. Well, maybe she'll be kicking for UW-Madison someday and be facing the Fighting Irish coming up.
Hey, is that this weekend?
It is.
You mentioned that last week. So they got Notre Dame this weekend
At Soldier
at
Field.
Soldier Field.
Yep.
Facing former team quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jack Cohn.
Yeah.
All right, predictions, Eric. How are they going to do?
Ooh, they're up and down.
So the Badgers apparently, I
I hate
didn't
to
know
say
this.
it, but I don't.
Well, the
I'm a little
Badgers
nervous.
rank second in the nation in total defense.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they were that strong. But
It'd be a good
yeah,
game.
going against
It's at Chicago's Soldier Field, which is cool. Big setting for both of those teams to be able to get inside of the NFL stadium, especially one with so much history.
yeah,
Kind of cool.
Yeah. Notre Dame, of course, the storied franchise. I feel like they're always a little overrated though because of that. I feel like they get a lot of hype
They do.
being Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So they're number 12. Badgers are number 18. So that'll be a good one for the UW. Hopefully we can keep everybody healthy there with the Badgers.
Yeah.
Unlike
Yeah.
the current University of Wisconsin interim current president, Tommy Thompson.
This story kind of made me chuckle.
Yeah, so Tommy Thompson did get injured
He
this
did.
last week.
He has undergone surgery after he tore his bicep. Am I wrong? They had to reattach the bicep to the tendon, and this happened because the 79-year-old Thompson was in a water skiing accident.
Yeah.
Good for that dude.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean,
You're lucky to be getting up out of a chair at 79.
no
I think.
kidding. Water skiing's not an easy
No,
thing.
no. I can see how that'd rip a 79-year-old man's bicep out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it might have been a little bit too much for him because he had a pretty good accident. But yeah. But he's better now.
Yeah, I mean, this dude's had quite the career. We've talked about him before, but he was the governor for a long time, 87 to 2001, and then left to become the U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary under George W. Bush, and now is the current interim president of the University of Wisconsin system, and avid water skier, as it turns out.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's running the UW. Well, maybe he'll be in a sling or something like that coming back.
Slaloming with one hand.
Yeah. He could probably, 1 foot or one hand hold onto that rope with one hand.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, what else is going on at the UW? We talked about the football team, big game coming up. We talked about Tommy Thompson ripping up his bicep water skiing at 79.
Yeah.
What other big news out of the UW?
Well, there was a vehicle that crashed into a building.
Really? In Madison?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chipmunks.
The Chipmunks were driving?
That was the excuse.
They got a hold of the wheel?
A jaywalking chipmunk was blamed for a Monday morning crash that did significant damage to the side of a Madison building. So
when they say morning,
okay.
what time?
Yeah, no, it's quite the in-depth story for a guy that swerved because he saw a chipmunk crossing the road, hit the accelerator instead of a brake pedal, and smashed into a building. For a chipmunk.
For a chipmunk.
Yeah.
Was it worth it? For a chipmunk?
I don't have a quote on that, but I'd probably guess no.
Sounds like a bad excuse for being on your phone.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna make up a lie, you're gonna pick up a chipmunk like as your animal. I'm not. I'm gonna pick
something
dog,
a little bigger.
dog or cat.
Something that could have ran away.
Yeah.
Horse, bigger horse.
Anything is better than a chipmunk.
Zebra. I mean, I know that's not your next story you got in line here, Andy, but it really, really translates well into this.
Sure, go ahead, take it.
It could have been a zebra because there were zebras loose in Wisconsin this past week.
Yeah, out on the road.
Yeah, go ahead. This is a funny one. I like this because I'm a very observant person, especially when I'm driving. I tend to notice more animals and things on the side of the road. This is like a dream come true for me.
Yeah.
To be able to see this.
Well, this is out over east of Seymour in Outagamie County. The sheriff's office, where they reported that 2 zebras were out hiking around on the road, walking down the middle of the road.
The story cracked me up because the guy's quotes that they interviewed for this, he's just like your typical Wisconsin. Yeah. You can just tell the way he's delivering it. He's telling a story. They were off in the distance. As I got closer, they looked like horses. And I got closer, and I happened to be talking to someone on my headset, and I'm like, I think I see zebras. And they're like, no way. But I'm like, nope, those are zebras.
Yeah.
You can totally picture
says,
that.
Yeah, and then he says to me, yeah.
Yeah.
But they didn't get hit. And
No.
they must have been wrangled or found or brought back to their owners.
Apparently, this guy got out of his car and he kind of shoot him off the road into into a field. He said they were pretty friendly when he chased him off into the hayfield. He called the sheriff's office, and according to them, it's not the first exotic animal they've gotten a call about. And weeks ago we kept talking about like alligators escaping.
Yeah.
And there's all sorts of stuff. It was all in that area, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it was over the Green Bay, Appleton, Oshkosh area. Yeah.
Why
Is there some sort of zoo over there?
Well, they don't know where these came from.
I mean, there is of sorts. It's just not within the confines of a fence. It's just there. They're in that area. Zoo all over.
His last quote for the story, apparently he's a garbage man because he says, I'm on an African safari in a garbage truck. I mean, only in Wisconsin you're going to find all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well said.
Or Africa. Not just Wisconsin, but Africa might be another place you'd find that. Yeah, I like that story. And there's really good pictures. The guy was snapping pictures and taking videos. It was 2 zebras just...
the sheriff posted the pictures too.
Yeah.
So that was...
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Well, if you're out and about and the chipmunks don't get you,
Yeah.
and the zebras don't get you, watch out for the cliffs.
Do explain.
Yeah, well, so this caught my eye. Injured man rescued from La Crosse Bluffs after falling from bicycle. So, have you guys ever been over to the bluffs of La Crosse over there? Those are something.
They're significant.
Yeah, I can't imagine taking a tumble down those bluffs.
Now, did he fall down the bluffs?
Well, it said injured after.
I think this story was just a really slow news day.
Oh,
type
you
of
don't.
story.
You don't think it was he fell down the bluffs? I mean, So in the story, they say the La Crosse Ridge is over 1,200 feet in elevation, dropping to around 800 feet at the bottom of its valleys. That makes it sound like he was part of that descent.
I guess, yeah.
But I mean, maybe not. Maybe you're thinking it was he just tipped over on his bike and happened to be up there.
I mean, they didn't write it very well because it could be taken either way.
No, you think I got.
One person is injured after falling off their bicycle while riding on trails in the bluffs east of La Crosse.
Yeah, that first sentence doesn't make it sound interesting.
It makes it sound like he was just on the bluff trails and tipped over his bike and scraped his knee.
I think maybe
flipped
we
over the handlebars or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I think maybe we got clickbaited here.
But yeah, I don't know. But in that, like the part that you were quoting, where it said at 1,200 feet in elevation, dropping to around 800 feet at the bottom, the area in which the man was rescued from. So again, even that one's
yeah,
unclear.
yeah.
It makes it like maybe think he fell.
Yeah, like he
but-
ended up not where he started.
or he just crashed down at the bottom. So
I don't know. Maybe we'll
poor
have to
reporting.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to get a hold of this guy and see what exactly happened here. But
Yeah, please do. It'll be the shortest interview we've ever had on here. Let's just clear the air. Did you tumble 400 feet off your bike, or did you just scrape your knee?
Yep, gotta know.
Yeah, we have to know. Thank you. Goodbye. You are not getting a T-shirt.
Well, since we're talking about interviewing people, I think we can hop off our agenda here and see if we can get a hold of Alex in Wanakee and talk to him about his brain, his perfect ACT score.
Yeah.
So if you want to fill, I don't know if you can fill any time, but I'm gonna give him a call.
I don't know. Looking forward to this. Alex Zimbrich, Wanakee Senior. We talked about him last week on the show. He took the ACT 2 times, and on the second attempt, he scored a perfect 36. I looked up some stats on that. It's like 0.33 people.
Hi, is this Alex?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Alex, how are you doing?
0.33%.
Good, how are you?
Good. So we're here with our Down the Cheezehole podcast.
Welcome, Alex.
Thank you.
Where again we talk about kind of fun and interesting things around the state, and you came up last week at kind of statewide news. You're a big deal. Do you know you're a big deal?
Not too big of a deal.
Oh,
All right, well,
good.
that's
Yeah,
good.
don't let it go to your head.
I
Yes.
will.
So, okay, how much did you study for this?
Be honest.
For this ACT test, or can you even really study for it? How much can you prepare for it?
Okay. Well, so before I took the first ACT test, and I got a 33 on it, as you know, for that one I studied probably like 2 weeks beforehand. I started just doing a few questions every day. But then for this last one that I got the 36 on, I did probably 3 to 4 practice tests a few days before.
Oh, wow.
Well, you must be fairly confident in your intellect because you got that 33, which I mean, for us sitting here at this table, there's 3 of us, and
Our combined score might have got that.
yeah. But you thought 33. I think I can do better. I want to take this again. How come 33 wasn't good enough?
Okay, so my sister, the first time she took it, she got a 33.
Ah,
and she
there it is.
took
Gotta beat her.
and got a 34.
Okay.
So I felt like, there was a little rivalry there, and I had to beat her.
I get it.
So you come from a very, very smart family, then I take it.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. So a 33, a 34, and a 36, all in the same family. My goodness.
Now,
Yes.
do you play any sports?
I do not.
If you were to ever start, can you promise me that you will pick the number 36? Because I think that you should passive-aggressively flaunt this the rest of your life. I'm
All
serious.
right, I promise you.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, Tim did say last week, you said that if you got even a 33, that would be your entire resume.
It
when
would
you-
be.
When you submitted something.
Until the day I died, my people would get a blank sheet of paper and it would just say ACT 33, hire me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so how much of a factor is getting a perfect score? How much does that play into getting into any college?
So I feel like people think it matters more than it actually does. I mean, obviously, it looks better to have a 36 than like a 35 or a 34. But I think when it comes down to it, there's a lot of other factors that are more important than just the ACT score.
Yeah. So do you think you would struggle more, like let's say you were a 3.0 student, which I'm assuming you're not, but if you were a 3.0 student and got a 36, that colleges would not be as keyed in on you maybe?
Yeah, I would definitely rather have a higher GPA and a lower score.
Okay.
I guess it would depend how low the score would be, though.
I guess I agree, though. I mean, that shows that you've been committed
Yeah.
and you've been excelling at something for a longer period of time than a one-time
Yeah.
event. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Back to what I was talking about earlier, though. I hope you plan on throwing the number 36 into your life in every area possible. I mean, I want you to recreate Jim Carrey's movie 23 here, but with 36. I mean, sit there, watch the football game with your friends, be like, oh, 36-yard touchdown pass from Rodgers, I could do that. 36 degrees outside in October, no problem. That's my favorite temperature. Just little comments like that forever. I'll send you a list.
Well, in class in the hallways, my friends pointed out as much as possible.
Okay, good. So they're on the right track. You've got
Yeah.
good friends.
So do you try to downplay it now? I mean, because you've gotten quite a bit of attention for it. Do you try to downplay it? You know, like you don't want that kind of attention?
Well, I don't know. Like, I don't like to say it all the time because it's mean if somebody gets less than a 36.
Everyone does.
I don't wanna-
Just so you know.
True, but I don't know. I don't want to rub it in their face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get
I
you.
know. Yeah.
Okay, so in school, I mean, you do well, obviously. What don't you like? Is there a subject that you like the least?
Well, I hate reading, but I think social studies and history has always been my least favorite.
I picked good trivia then for later. We'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
What do you plan on doing for your 36th birthday? It's actually, oddly
I'm
enough,
not sure
it's
yet.
actually.
We'll have to see.
Okay, good. It's oddly enough our co-host here, Eric's 36th birthday today, and that's not even a joke.
Yep, it is.
It's
Yep.
very
Oh,
true.
happy birthday!
Thank you.
Is your birthday March 6th?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, because 36.
Yeah.
No, September 12th.
Darn it. Well, they're divisible. Anyways.
Okay, so what do you do for fun? Do you enjoy doing any dumb people activities like binge watching reality TV shows or anything like that? Because that's what I like to
I
do.
don't watch much TV. The only TV show I watch is Jeopardy. So, which kind of goes with the score, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing I was going to ask you. So the type of things you know, the knowledge that you have, do you feel like that translates well to Jeopardy? Do you think you do well on Jeopardy?
I mean, I think I do pretty well. Most of that, though, is just from random facts that I've remembered that we learned in class. Surprisingly, a lot of it was from social studies and history classes,
Cool.
even though I don't like them.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's where you excel? That your memory is just really strong? That you hold on to information?
Yeah, definitely. It's always been easy for me to learn and remember things. So, school has always been pretty easy and standardized tests too.
Cool. How do you think you would fare in some Wisconsin trivia against our very own Eric here?
Oh,
Why me?
Because you're 36 today, Eric.
Oh, great.
I'll try my best. But
I'll give it to you. They're not very difficult. This
Well,
is are you smarter than a second grader type trivia?
Oh, great.
Good luck, Eric.
The first one actually, I guess, is kind of tough here. Size, and just say ding if you know the right answer. We'll have a little race here. Size-wise, where does Wisconsin rank among the 50 U.S. states? Any idea?
You better ding in, Eric. Come on.
Wait, is that to both of us?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Ding.
Okay, what do you got, Eric?
20.
Eric
He's
says,
close.
Rank 20.
Eric says 20. Alex, what do you say?
23rd.
You are very correct.
No way.
I feel like
Really?
phone was involved in that.
He got 23 is right?
Yes.
Wow.
Did you have your phone?
Dang. Well, thank you for guessing 20.
Yeah.
Staying
Wow.
close.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
This is an easy one.
Okay.
Easier. What is the highest point in Wisconsin?
Ding.
Oh.
Tim Hill.
Oh, wow. He's fast. He's right.
Did you know that one, Alex?
Dang. No.
Oh, okay.
Timms Hill in Price County is the highest point in the state at 1,951 feet. All right. What is the oldest city in Wisconsin?
Oh, wow.
It's okay if you don't know. It is actually Green Bay.
Really?
It was founded as a trading post in 1634.
I guess it makes sense, being on the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
All right. And then last but not least, what is the state beverage?
Ding.
Oh,
What?
Okay.
Milk?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very good.
My head went to beer.
Yeah. Well, surprise, surprise.
Nice. All right. That's all I'll torture you with. You did well.
Well, Alex, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you're a busy kid with a bright future and many places to go. So I want to thank you for coming on our show and
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah.
Awesome achievement.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you for having me.
You bet.
Thanks a lot, Alex.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I should have told him he will win a Cheezehole T-shirt for that,
Oh.
which is complimentary to all of our guests.
Yeah, everybody gets one. Yeah, so good for Alex. That was nice interviewing him. You know,
Yeah.
trying to stay humble. I get it. It's going to be tough. I mean, like you said, if you got it, you
I didn't even get one, and I was up there getting cocky just thinking about
Yep.
things to say.
Yep.
You know? Yeah.
Well,
All right.
he would have his pick at just about any of the University of Wisconsin schools.
Yeah.
And speaking of all the University of Wisconsin schools, they put out the vaccination rates for all of them. And I got the list here of who's the most vaccinated and the least vaccinated. I want you guys.
I already looked at
I
it,
want you.
so.
Oh, you
I
did?
looked at it too. Well, you sent it.
Yeah, you didn't
sent it.
say do not look.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
blank, so
Well,
If he did, I didn't read it.
well,
you blew it.
the highest vaccinated campus is Madison.
And this is by percentage.
Yes,
not-
91% of the entire campus is vaccinated. That's a pretty good number. Number 2, La Crosse,
Oh.
75. So we have kind of a bit of a drop off from 91 to 75.
Milwaukee's close there with 74.
Yep. So there's La Crosse and Milwaukee, both right around 3/4 of the entire population on campus, 75%. But then it keeps dropping down, we'll go to the bottom 3. Number 10, UW Superior at half. I think half's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's still passing, right? No.
No, it's enough.
That's a fail.
That's a
That's
very
still-
hard
yeah.
F.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, they failed. Number 11 is Platteville, 47%. That's worse than half. I know that much because
Still an F.
yeah, it is very much
Right.
an F, yep. And bringing up the rear, number 12, UW Parkside,
38.
38%. Yep, so.
You notice they didn't put Stevens Point on here, Eric? They're
Oh,
trying to
yeah,
shut
they're
us
not
out.
on this list.
Oh yeah. That's weird.
They don't
I
appreciate
honestly-
us.
Yeah, that is interesting. Oh, let's see. Oh, it does say they didn't put it in the list, but it is. They did mention it that other campuses range from 75% at La Crosse to 46% at Stevens Point. So,
So we're down there at the
Stevens
bottom.
Point would be toward the bottom. Yep. Yeah. Well, if the COVID don't get you,
The Rona.
if that doesn't get you, did you guys hear? This is the story from Dunn County. Okay, so the story is that, like, this was like a couple weeks ago or last week maybe, that somebody found an abandoned SUV in the middle of a cornfield in Dunn
yeah.
County with 4 dead bodies in it.
Yeah, I did see that.
And like, so that was kind of an ongoing murder mystery as to what the heck, because they initially put out a thing that said, you know, everybody in Dunn County, like, hide your kids, hide your wife, get indoors,
Right.
all that jazz. And then later they said, no, actually, we have kind of reason to believe that this has nothing to do with our county, that this was kind of random. And now they got some people arrested for
Yeah,
it.
and go figure. Guess where they came from?
Did they come from
Troublemaking state to our west.
Minnesota? Minnesota. Killing people and dumping them across the
Just
border.
Beat people up at bars across the
Yep.
border. They're bringing trouble over.
So they got 2 suspects in custody,
Yeah.
I guess. Yep. A 56-year-old from St. Paul. Yeah, it looks like from St. Paul.
Yeah.
And one of them, they were father-son, I guess. I'm reading this now. Father-son.
Bird trying to get in.
And his son was already down in Arizona. So he booked it out of there, headed to Arizona, and turned himself into the police down in Arizona.
Oh,
So-
made it all the way across the nation before he had a conscience. Huh?
Yeah. So the story is coming to a close, but it was a mystery for a while.
Do we know the motive behind this? Did they say? Maybe they don't have it yet.
Yeah.
They might never have it.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm sure more will come out as they start to interview the people and figure out what was going on. But but dumping them in Wisconsin was probably not a smart step in a string of not
I was
smart
going to
steps.
say, shooting 4 people isn't really a smart step either.
Well, I mean, that's kind of all we got for stuff going on here.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's a busy news week.
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
going on.
We could talk about some events before we sign off.
Yeah, let's rip through a few Wisconsin
Sure.
events
Well-
and send you on your way to enjoy them.
That's right. Well, they just got done with the Tomahawk Fall Ride.
Yes,
Do you
they
guys ride motorcycle? Have a motorcycle? Anything
I
like
don't.
that?
No.
No.
Do you know? Is this event like just around Tomahawk? How far do they go?
They come from all over the place, and then
I-
they go to Tomahawk, and then I honestly don't know what happens after that.
Okay.
I'm not into it. I'm not on that
Yeah,
scene.
I don't know where. How,
I think
how far they.
I think
bike.
traditionally they meet up in Tomahawk because Harley Davidson.
That's why. Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. But then I don't know if they
Yeah,
like
Harley
organize
Davidson
a
isn't
ride
there anymore.
from there.
Is Harley Davidson still there?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know they've had layoffs.
I was on the road this weekend traveling south though, and there was quite a few bikers.
Yeah,
going
yeah.
north on
We
the
went
way.
to actually went to a castle that somebody had privately built over the last 35 years on
Interesting.
a piece of land north of Tomahawk, and we stopped there. And the hour or so we were there, bikers upon bikers upon bikers were. So that seemed to be a popular spot for bikers. Anyway, that was their 40th year of the fall ride.
It's pretty cool.
Stuff coming up. You can celebrate apples, beef, or alpaca.
Why not all three?
Why not all three? So Apple Fest happening this weekend in Niagara.
Okay.
They're getting out all sorts of stuff.
Kind of late for
from
that,
the
isn't
orchards.
it?
Yeah, yeah.
All
getting
the
toward
apple
end.
trees in my house are about empty now.
Maybe it should be Applesauce Fest or something.
Yeah.
Apple Pie Fest.
Yeah.
But
we did can some apple pie.
yep. So Apple Fest in Niagara. There's also Beefarama,
Yep.
which sounds like a heck of a good time.
Right up here in our neck of the woods,
That is.
Minocqua.
That's in Minocqua. Yeah. So they got beef cook-offs, a 5K and 10K rump roast run, a prime choice craft show, a beef eating contest, a cow plop contest.
Is that like a cookie throw? Like do you throw their poop?
Yeah, I'm guessing. I don't know. But I mean, that sounds like a good time. Sounds like a lot of meat.
Except for at the plop, it needs to be fresh, right?
I don't know. You ever toss poop, Eric?
No.
Oh,
Have you ever been to Beefarama?
No, I have not.
I would like to. I don't know why I never go.
Yeah, it's not that far away.
I know.
I heard it's very busy.
I think that's probably why I generally don't like
Right.
people.
Yeah, you have to counterbalance your, how much
Desire for good food.
Yeah,
and-
how much you want, how much you like
Right.
meat versus how much you don't want to see people.
right.
Well, otherwise they're down in Two Rivers. You can go to the National Alpaca Days.
Or as the locals call it, Trivers.
Trivers, yeah, down in Trivers, at the Londonderry Alpaca Ranch. It is a national event to celebrate all things alpaca, and it's free and family friendly, and you can get up close and personal with the alpacas.
And there's an adorable picture of three little
Oh, there
alpacas
is, yeah,
They're fluffy.
Oh, they're so fluffy.
So fluffy.
Yep, you can pet and feed and take selfies and photos with them, and shop in the Alpaca Threads gift shop, and
It's honestly everything I want to do.
yeah. So you can go pet some alpacas
Now, does your dad hate alpacas? Or,
because they're not llamas.
yeah. Or would he be open?
Oh
to-
no, he would. I think he would be
yeah.
open.
He
to
seems
some-
like he would like
yeah,
all animals
yeah.
like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Excellent.
I mean, in my opinion, we had a good episode. We had a lot of stuff to talk about. We interviewed a really smart high schooler.
Yeah.
Smarter than us.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and
like that takes a lot.
and it's Eric's birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday again, Eric. What are you gonna do tonight?
Make myself some food.
Beef?
Steak.
Beefarama.
Beefarama at my house tonight.
Excellent. All right. Well, Eric, you want to sign us off? Do you remember what it is this week?
I think I do.
Okay.
It's not hard.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
And happy birthday, Eric.
Good night.